Good evening. It's Monday night. You got me, Kevin, 7 at 7. Hey, that rhymes. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. If you see people walking by or driving by, those are the extras that I paid to be in the video tonight. Just kidding. Glad for joining me tonight. I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. Day off, got a 3-day weekend, so I hope everybody's having a good day. So yesterday we talked about your new normal, and you know, when somebody thinks about a new normal, you think, well, if it was a new normal, was the old normal abnormal? Was it what kind of old normal was it to move into a new normal? And I racked my brain to try to figure out how to kind of sum it all up or put my own spin on it. And I'm doing this off the cuff. This is unscripted tonight, so this ought to be good. But I thought about it, and you know, when you think about a new normal versus an old normal, think about this. When somebody moves from an old house to a new house, you come out of an old normal and you go into a new normal, right? So when we moved to our new apartment, we came out of the old house into the new apartment. And you know, the old apartment or the old house was, you know, it had its, not its flaws. Well, yes, it did have its flaws, but it had things that, you know, were kind of burdensome. There were stairs. I'm not really good on stairs just quite yet. We had to deal with the yard, mowing the grass, you know, just certain things, no upkeep on the house, although we were renting, but, you know, there were things that we had to take care of that kind of, you know, got to the point where we were unable to do that. So things in the old house became kind of hard to deal with. It became heavy, kind of burdensome. But when we moved into our new apartment, all of that stuff that we had to deal with in the old house, we don't have to deal with. We became free. We became burden free. We don't have to worry about cutting grass. We don't have to worry, you know, about the hot water heater. We don't have to worry about, you know, fixing the air conditioning unit. You know, all those things that were in the old house, we don't have to worry about in the new apartment, because that was the old normal, what we were used to. And now in the new apartment, this is our new normal, what we're used to now. So everything that was in the old, that was, you know, that weighed on us, you know, that you know, caused us trouble, that caused us problems. You know, we don't have to worry about those things now in the new apartment, because the old has passed away and the new has come, right? The scripture that, you know, Pastor John used in 2 Corinthians 5:17, you know, the old things are gone, you know, behold, all things have become new. And in the old house, you know, there were good times, there were good things in the old house, but that was the old way of, you know, living, or the old way of doing things. But when we moved into the new apartment, there was just a freedom that came about with it. You know, we didn't have to worry, you know, about certain things, or, you know, the weight had been lifted off of our shoulders, you know, to deal with certain things. And when you come out of the old into the new, you move from the old and you move into the new normal. You know, think about, you know, when you, in your living room or in your house, possibly, the ladies will probably can, you know, relate to this. But when you you know, you move your furniture around, you know, you're used to, you know, you have your furniture the way that you normally have it, right? Well, you get tired of that. You get tired of it looking the same way. You get tired of you know, dealing with, you know, having to move around a chair or having to you know, do certain things. Well, you want to get out of that old normal and get into a new normal. So what do? You move the furniture, right? You rearrange it. You change things. You come out of the old and into the new. So you move your furniture around into a new normal, which becomes, it looks better. It's easier to maneuver around the furniture. It's easy to, you know, whether watch a movie, or it's easy to, you know, host guests for a small group, or it's easy to host guests for, you know, a party, or you know, whatever, because you've changed from the old way of doing things, the old way of the way that your living room looked, into the way that you want it now, the new way of, you know, the way that you want it to look. So my whole take on, I guess, yesterday's message is, you know, and I tried to figure out, did I want to go geeky on this? Did I want to go nerdy, or did I want to go practical? And, you know, something that we could all relate to. And I thought, well, let's go practical tonight. Let's leave the geeky time for, you know, another time. But just remember to just kind of keep this in mind, that moving out of the old way of doing things and moving into the new way of doing things. When we move into the new things in God, of course, it's a whole lot better, right? Our lives are better. Our lives are free. When we move out of our old way of doing things in our life, when we move out of that into our new way, God's way, there's freedom, there's joy, there's liberty, there's just a sense of just those, all the weight, just gets lifted off of our shoulders when we come into a new normal with Jesus. Amen. So I hope this encouraged somebody tonight. I know it was quick. Hope y'all have a wonderful evening. God bless you. We're with you every single night at 7, and we will see you tomorrow.